Hey there everybody, Redix Parasite here, and welcome back to Let's Play Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. In the last episode, we finished up the Hades Paradox Cup. We have left Olympus. And in this episode, we're going to be doing Mushroom XIII. I'm going to be completely upfront here. There are some of these mushrooms that I really do not like. So, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be tackling them in roughly increasing order of difficulty. I kind of broke them down into like 3 tiers of relative difficulty. I'll be starting with the easiest ones and then moving on to the harder ones. Because it's not going to be in numerical, well, it'll be like roughly numerical order by difficulty. And of course, I'll be going over the general strategy that I'm using, and then I'll probably give it like one solid attempt with commentary, or at least trying to provide commentary. We'll see how that goes. And then I'll probably cut out any unsuccessful attempts until I obviously succeed. So let's get started. This is probably going to take a while. I'm just going to cram it all into one episode because honestly, I don't feel like trying to divvy this up. So let's start with Mushroom 2, which is here in Halloween Town. So it's in Christmas Town in the plaza. Just gonna ignore these enemies. We have no reason to fight them. So let's see, I'm going to make sure that I have Stitch queued up. And I think that's all we need to do for this particular one. So this minigame involves reflecting projectiles back at it. You can do it with Reflect or Guard. The timing on Reflect is a little bit more lenient, so I would recommend doing that. And having Stitch out will replenish your magic occasionally. And so hopefully you should be able to hold on to enough magic in order to do the whole thing. So let's get Summon out. And you just have to kind of like react to it throwing the projectiles. And I already got hit. Thankfully, getting hit is not instant failure. So yeah, like that 5 burst right there is definitely a lot easier with Reflect. Yeah, the speed of the projectiles do vary. Like there's a slower one, there's a faster one like that, of course. So that's why it can be a little bit tricky. Alright, so we got 90. So there's a requirement that you need to meet in order to please them. In this particular case, it was 80 points was the goal that you needed to reach. You'll know that you got it by, like they'll release fireworks, kind of jump up in the air. Wait, what item am I missing here? Oh, there we go. I think we got that for completing this particular mission. Is there something else? Oh, okay, we got synthesis items as well. They will drop synthesis items. That's a handy thing to do. Actually, I have not been in the journal in a while. So we will be getting entries in the journal for all of them as we face off against them. I think that just pops up like the first time that you challenge them. You don't actually have to meet the general requirement in order to get that. You will be able to see in the journal, as I'm showing off here, what the requirement is for that particular mushroom. And in the future, for all of the other ones, I will try to mention what the requirement is at the start. Didn't do it for this particular case. Got into the fight a little too quickly. So up next, I'm going to do Mushroom 4. Mushroom 4 is in the Land of Dragons at the Palace Gate. Make our way over there on the world map. So for this one, we are going to be utilizing Wisdom Form. I would recommend that you put on Berserk Charge. If you have that as an ability, you can do it that way, or it's on Keyblade as well. So that's going to prevent you from using finishers while you're out of magic. And then I'm also going to remove MP Haste here. What we're going to be doing for this upcoming fight is getting into MP Recharge, so that we activate that Berserk Charge, and then trying to stay in that as long as possible. I think that's about all we need to do for this particular one in terms of setup. I'm going to fly out here to the Palace Gate. And we'll go into Drive Form before we start. So the requirement for this one is we have to defeat 85 mushrooms without taking damage. In this case, if you take damage, you will, the fight will be over, and that's just the score that you end with. Wait, I didn't go into the Drive Form. Okay, let's get started. Oh, right. Going to the Drive Form actually ruins it. So, alright, now that we've got the proper setup going, the reason that you need Wisdom Form for this is so you can kind of drift around and still attack them, while not leaving yourself vulnerable to getting a hit. As you can see, that's the finisher. There's about 5 to 6 of them that can spawn at any given time, and so you just always want to be moving so that you don't run the risk of any of them running into you. Just a reminder, the goal is 85. Also, I would not recommend locking on for this because that can control the way that you move. You just kind of want to be like holding a circle here. Alright, so we got 85. That should be good enough to get the score. I'll see how much longer I can keep this going. I think it actually caps out at 100. You can get that far. I think they start getting more health the later on you get, so you can see, in addition to there being, is it like 8 now? It's a bit hard to tell. They're also taking a little bit longer to actually take out. I think, yeah, we're definitely at the end, because they aren't spawning anymore. There you go. 100. Okay. The Drive Form actually ended at a pretty opportune time. Although we did kind of miss out on the gauge, so if we need to, we can always get our Drive Form back from Olympus. Next up is going to be Mushroom 5. It is here in Agrabah. And unfortunately, it is at the bottom of the Cave of Wonders, which we did not get the save points back for. Which means we're just gonna have to fly there. It's not gonna take too long, but it'll take at least a little bit. I guess while I'm flying there, I can explain what we'll be doing. So we have to do a certain amount of damage to a mushroom in under 10 seconds. It's like around 3 to 4 health bars, which is quite a lot. So what we're gonna be doing is let's go into the abilities. I'm gonna take off Berserk Charge because we don't need it. Put that down here. Yeah, there it is. You're gonna want to remove all combo pluses. and equip any negative combos that you have. So in this instance, we have negative combo on Fenrir, which we got for defeating Sephiroth. And so that should knock our combo down. And basically, we're just going to be doing finishers like right off the bat at the beginning of our combo. And that's what we want to do, because I think the highest damaging finisher in the game is Zantetsuken in limit form. So we're going to be going into limit form and basically just doing Zantetsuken as fast as we can. And I think that's it. I want to double check the abilities though, just to be sure. We've got negative combo. We've got all the combo pluses off. I'll just turn MP haste back on while I have it in my mind. So let's go into the form before we start.
Right. This is it.
So you can see it regenerates health pretty quickly.
This is it. This is it.
But as long as you do in under 10 seconds, that is the requirement that you need to meet. So as long as you have the right setup and you're at like level 99, I don't think it's too bad. why it's towards the beginning here. Okay. So up next is going to be Mushroom XIII. This is in Twilight Town, in the tunnelway. What is the fastest way to get there? I think it's probably going to be here. Oops. So for this particular one, that is not the tunnelway, it's the next one. Alright, so for this particular one, we have to defeat the mushroom within 10 seconds. In order to do that, we're going to be using Final Form
Let's go.
Reflect.
Defense.
Oops. You can see how much damage that's doing. And there you go. Under 10 seconds. Not too bad. So up next after this is Mushroom XI. And we'll be leaving Twilight Town. Mushroom XI is in Timeless River. And head over to Disney Castle here. So for this one, we want to have finishing plus and negative combo on. So let's go into the menu. And we've got more items. We're just going to be getting more items because all of the mushrooms, if you beat the general requirement, will give you some sort of weapon as a reward. Okay, so we need finisher plus, which we already have on. We have negative combo on already. We have the combo pluses off, which is what we want. Oh, I still had Fenrir on. So I think we're actually... let's see. So, well, we have finisher plus. I think this actually stacks, so if you put on Rumbling Rose, you'll get more. And I think that's all we need. We're going to be using Wisdom Form again for this one. So the goal in this case is to land a certain number of hits and reduce this counter to 0. And the goal is within 19 seconds. So basically, Wisdom Form is the way to go since you get a lot of shots. And you just want to have the negative combo and the finisher on, so you just get finishers as much as possible. This one is probably the first of the ones that I would consider decently challenging. Like, I barely missed out on it there. I got 19 plus some change. I don't know why I went to the wharf here, but in any case, just have to retry until I get it. So I'll see you whenever I do that. And I did it on the second try. Go figure. Alright. With that out of the way, I went to the wharf again. But that's probably the last of the ones that I would consider on the easier side. The next ones are a little bit harder. Okay, up next is Mushroom XIII. This is in Olympus Coliseum in the Underworld Caverns. The atrium specifically. I guess we have to go here to the Underworld entrance. Underworld Caverns is this way. So we need to go through this area in order to get there. It's going to be in here. This is where we fought Demix. Alright, so for this one, we actually need to go into our customized menu. This is kind of a magic-based one. So we need to have thunder, ice, and fire all equipped. I would definitely recommend putting these on your shortcuts instead of trying to menu to them, because you're probably not going to make the time limit on this. And then you'll also want to have an MP restoring item, and you could actually shortcut that as well. Just so you don't have to menu for that either. And we want, let's put on a different keyblade for this. I guess we can just go back to Decisive Pumpkin. Lacking any other better options. As far as abilities go, these won't really matter because we aren't really going to be doing any combos. We're mostly going to be doing magic for this one. Let's see. Okay, I have this on, which is good. I don't think I have anything on that I don't want. We are going to be using Final Form for this particular challenge.
Let's go.
Basically, you start the fight.
Yeah.
Oh, right. You have to hit the first one, and then for the subsequent ones, you want to hit them with the appropriate magic. So it starts off fire, and then it does ice. These ones are electricity. Oops. Here. Ah, crap. Did not do as much as I was hoping. No, I don't think I got it. No, I didn't get it. That's unfortunate. So the time limit that you're trying to go for here is 45. So yeah, that did not go quite so well. Fortunately, the lock is just right here. I don't know if I could have warped to this or not. Would have been faster. I don't think I had it. I think I actually had to travel back here in order to get it. Let's see. Do I have item boost on? That is a good question. The reason item boost can be helpful here is that it will increase how much you get back from the ether. So we could put item boost on our teammates, and that should work for us. Looks like only Goofy has it. Alright, so I'll be back once I get a successful attempt at this.
Give me strength. Ha. Ha. Ha.
And I did it on my second try. Honestly, like, I kind of hope that becomes a trend because, if I don't do it on my first try, then, the second try is about as good as I could hope for. Alright, well, I'm noticing I haven't really cut out that much by this point, and I'm already at 20 minutes, so I said I was gonna put all of these into one episode, but I think this is probably a good place to cycle the recording, so we'll wrap up the rest of them in the next one. So thank you very much for watching this episode of Let's Play Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. I've been Red X Parasite, signing out.